The first meeting between Prince William and Meghan Markle was a moment of great anticipation and significance for the royal family. As the future King of England, William's opinion of his brother's new partner held considerable weight. However, according to various accounts, this initial introduction did not go quite as smoothly as one might have expected. When Prince Harry first began dating Meghan Markle, there was naturally a great deal of curiosity within the royal family about the American actress who had captured the young prince's heart. As Harry's relationship with Meghan grew more serious, it became clear that an introduction to his older brother William was inevitable and important. The exact details of when and where this first meeting took place have been the subject of some debate and speculation. However, most accounts agree that it occurred sometime in late 2016 or early 2017, after Harry and Meghan had been dating for several months but before their engagement was announced. According to various sources, the meeting was arranged at Kensington Palace, where both William and Harry were living at the time. Harry was reportedly eager but also somewhat nervous about introducing Meghan to his brother, knowing how important William's approval would be. When the moment finally arrived, it's said that William greeted Meghan warmly, but his first words were not quite what anyone had expected. Rather than a formal greeting or a polite pleasantry, William's opening line to Meghan was reportedly, "I was expecting you to be different." This statement, while not overtly rude, was certainly unexpected and could be interpreted in various ways. Some have suggested that William was simply caught off guard by Meghan's appearance or demeanor, having perhaps formed a preconceived notion of what Harry's girlfriend might be like. Others have speculated that there might have been a hint of surprise or even disappointment in William's tone. Regardless of the intent behind William's words, they reportedly created an awkward moment that set the tone for what would become a complex and often strained relationship between Meghan and the royal family. It's important to note that William's reaction should be considered in the context of his role as both Harry's older brother and the future king. As the heir to the throne, William likely felt a sense of responsibility not just for his own choices, but for those of his family members as well. The introduction of a new person into the royal fold, especially one from outside the traditional aristocratic circles, was bound to be met with some degree of scrutiny. Moreover, William had always been protective of his younger brother. Having lost their mother at a young age, the two princes shared a unique bond. William may have felt a natural inclination to be cautious about anyone entering Harry's life, especially given the intense media scrutiny that comes with being part of the royal family. For Meghan, this first encounter with William must have been particularly nerve-wracking. As an American actress entering the world of British royalty, she was likely already feeling out of her element. William's unexpected opening remark may have added to any feelings of unease or self-consciousness she was experiencing. In the aftermath of this initial meeting, various reports emerged about the developing relationship between Meghan and the royal family. Some sources suggested that William had advised Harry to take things slowly with Meghan, concerned that the relationship was moving too quickly. This advice, while perhaps well-intentioned, was reportedly not well received by Harry, who was deeply in love and committed to his relationship with Meghan. As time went on, the dynamics between William, Harry, and Meghan continued to evolve. While there were certainly moments of warmth and camaraderie, particularly in public appearances, behind the scenes, tensions were reportedly growing. The differences in personality and approach between Meghan and the more traditional members of the royal family became increasingly apparent. Meghan's outspoken nature and her desire to modernize certain aspects of royal life were said to have caused some friction, particularly with those who preferred to maintain the status quo. William, as the more senior royal and future king, was in a difficult position. On one hand, he likely wanted to support his brother's happiness. On the other, he had to consider the broader implications for the monarchy and its traditions. The strain in the relationship became more public in the lead-up to Harry and Meghan's wedding in May 2018. While the event itself was a joyous occasion, behind the scenes, there were reports of disagreements and tensions, particularly between Meghan and Kate Middleton, William's wife. After the wedding, as Harry and Meghan settled into their roles as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the rift between the two couples became increasingly apparent. The once close brothers were seen together less frequently, and when they did appear in public, their interactions often seemed strained. The situation came to a head in early 2020 when Harry and Meghan announced their decision to step back from their roles as senior royals. This move, which came as a shock to many, was said to have deeply upset William and other members of the royal family. In the aftermath of this decision, various accounts emerged about the breakdown in the relationship between the two brothers and their wives. Some sources suggested that William felt betrayed by Harry's decision to leave, while others claimed that Harry and Meghan felt unsupported by the royal family in the face of intense media scrutiny. Looking back, it's possible to see how that first awkward meeting between William and Meghan set the stage for the challenges that were to come. William's unexpected first words, "I was expecting you to be different," perhaps hinted at the cultural and personal differences that would eventually contribute to the rift within the royal family. It's worth noting, however, that public perceptions of royal relationships are often based on limited information and can be influenced by media narratives. The true nature of the interactions between William, Harry, Meghan, and other members of the royal family is known only to those directly involved. In the years since that first meeting, both couples have experienced significant life changes. William and Kate have continued in their roles as senior royals, taking on increasing responsibilities as they prepare for William's eventual ascension to the throne. Harry and Meghan, on the other hand, have forged a new path for themselves in the United States, pursuing various charitable and media ventures. Despite the physical and emotional distance that now separates them, there have been moments of reconciliation and shared grief, such as at the funeral of Prince Philip in 2021 and the coronation of King Charles III in 2023. These events have offered glimpses of the bond that still exists between the brothers, despite their differences. As time goes on, it's possible that the relationship between William and Meghan, as well as the broader dynamics within the royal family, will continue to evolve. The initial awkwardness of their first meeting, encapsulated in William's unexpected first words, may one day be seen as just one chapter in a much longer and more complex story. For now, the legacy of that first encounter serves as a reminder of the challenges that can arise when different worlds collide. Even within the seemingly unified front of the British royal family, it highlights the importance of first impressions, the weight of expectations, and the potential for misunderstandings in high-stakes social situations. As the royal family continues to navigate the challenges of modernization and public scrutiny, the relationship between William and Meghan, as well as their respective spouses, will likely remain a subject of public interest and speculation. Whether they can move past the awkwardness of their first meeting and forge a more positive relationship in the future remains to be seen. Ultimately, the story of William's first words to Meghan serves as a poignant reminder of the human element that exists even within the rarefied world of royalty. It underscores the fact that behind the titles and traditions, the members of the royal family are individuals with their own personalities, expectations, and reactions, all of which can shape the course of their relationships and, by extension, the future of the monarchy itself.